Hi, my name's Carly Peterson, and I have blogged here at Chubby for Too Long for actually about 10 years, maybe just under 10 years. And I'm really excited because this journey started long ago with chubbyfortoolong.blogspot.com, right? I started this free blog and I actually started writing it and I didn't tell anybody about it. I posted for a while. I think my original blog post is at the very bottom of all my blog feed. I have kept that one in there, and I even write in there about how I'm not going to tell anybody about this blog. Maybe someday, that kind of thing. Chubby for Too Long was a place where I could share my successes and my failures. And I think I probably have done maybe 5 or 6 different weight loss programs all throughout my Chubby for Too Long days. And then really a number of years ago, 2015, for the first time ever in my entire life, had actually lost the weight, had actually gotten down to what is, supposed to be my healthy weight. I weighed less than I did in junior high. So I guess this really has been a lifelong battle for me. So Chubby for Too Long has been this place that I just share, a lot of my personal feelings and things that have been going on in terms of my weight loss. It's funny because I think I set up an AdSense account to try to monetize a little bit my blog. I don't know, 9 years ago or 8 years ago. And I have never, ever been able to get it to work, ever. Actually, just now, I've been emailing with them and finally got it to work. So you'll see ads start to pop up. But I'm really excited about some changes that I have coming. I was recently at an event, the Entrepreneur Fest with Brittany Bullen. It was fantastic. Anyways, while I was there, I really had this epiphany that I wanted to make a big focus change, that I wanted to go from weight loss to talking about mental illness. And as I've shared so many times, and if you're new to finding me, then let me share with you just that I have a daughter who struggles with significant anxiety and depression, to the point that we've had, suicide attempts and hospitalizations, and we have learned so much on this journey. And what I want more than anything is to help end the stigma of mental illness, because people that are struggling with mental illness are afraid to talk about it. They're afraid to be treated differently. They're afraid that people will not like them because of what they're struggling with. And so I want so much to just bring this conversation to the table, especially the conversation of raising children with mental illness, with anxiety, depression, any other of the mental illnesses as well, because as parents, sometimes we're afraid. We're afraid to talk about it because we worry that people are going to think less of us. Like, what did you do wrong as a parent? Why are your children struggling? And as time has come around, we have realized that we actually have 2 more that have struggled with depression and anxiety. And so, I've learned so much on this journey as I'm trying to figure out how to help them that I really wanted to make that my focus. So I went ahead and I changed my Instagram to Life After Crisis. And I started a Facebook page called Life After Crisis. And I really want to, spread the word and help support people and do that. But as time has been going by, I've been kind of feeling like, I don't know, I wanted to do something a little bit different. I want to talk about a lot of things. I want to talk about hard things. I want to talk about mental illness and weight loss and hearing loss, because I have a blog post from a few years back about when I found out that I had moderate to severe hearing loss and how I overcame that. And still, it's, these things are still, we might overcome, but we might still struggle at the same time. And we have good days and not good days. And I just want to have this conversation about how we stay strong through some of the hardest things that come our way. I remember actually when I went to get my hearing checked, I knew that my hearing was struggling, and I was really I mean, I kind of had a really good idea that they were going to tell me I had some hearing loss, but I was really nervous. And I went to Costco and I made an appointment with them. And I went in, got my hearing checked, and had this fantastic girl that was doing my hearing screen. And, they finish you up and then they go to tell you the results. And she told me that I had moderate to severe bilateral hearing loss. And I literally started bawling. I was overwhelmed. I was worried about the stigma. I'm like, glasses are cool, right? Like, you can pull off glasses and now they're like a fashion accessory, but hearing aids are not a fashion accessory. And I remember just being kind of I don't want to do this. This is so hard. And the girl that was doing my test, she was wearing a necklace that day, and it was a little metal plate and it said, "I can do this." And I remember just looking at her necklace and telling her that she had to have been inspired to wear that day, because I needed that idea. I needed that to be planted in my head at that moment, that I can do this. Even if it's hard, I can do this. And I've hung on to that through helping my children through their depression and anxiety, is reminding myself that I can do this, that keeping the weight off, right? Losing the weight, that was hard, but keeping the weight off, especially through raising kids with mental illness, has been super hard. And it's taken a lot of effort and focus, and that necklace always reminds me, I can do this. So where am I going now? What am I going to do now? So in the next little bit, you will see chubbyfortoolong.com will be changing to carlypeterson.com, with the idea of my focus is happy on purpose. I know people have asked me in the past whether I'm for real, right? Even though things are hard and we're going through them and we're struggling, that I still work really hard to be happy. And I want to just preface that there's the difference between depression and trying to make yourself happy, and those of us that aren't struggling with depression, but that being happy is a choice. It takes work. It takes effort. But what I also have learned the most through all of this is how important it is to feel whatever the feeling is you're feeling, and learning that I can work hard to be happy, but it's okay for me to feel the other things. Feel sadness, feel fear, feel anger, feel frustration. Whatever the feeling is, it's okay for us to feel those things, to lean into them, to realize that we're feeling this. And then as we work through that, then eventually we get back to happiness and working towards having a fulfilled life. But it's okay to feel those things. I think I spent most of my younger days, my 20s, my 30s, maybe even my teenage years, using food to numb, to not want to feel any of those other feelings. And I've really had to learn how not to numb those feelings. I love Brene Brown talks about that if we numb even the negative feelings, then the positive feelings are numbed as well. And I want to be able to feel full happiness, and it's okay to feel full sadness with that. So I'm really hoping that you will join me on this journey as I figure out what I'm doing to share and spread and help others to feel happy on purpose as well. I know with some direction and some work that you can be happy too. So watch for my blog to change, and I'm going to introduce a new Facebook page where I'm going to kind of combine everything together so we can talk about being happy on purpose.